the Apprentice program on Leader Network. I am Irene David Arinde, and today I am in Nnewi in Anambra, the acclaimed most industrialized state in Nigeria and West Africa maybe. And I'm seated here with one of Nigeria's finest in-house manufacturers, one we're definitely proud of to call our own, Chief Innocent. Thank you so much for joining us on the Apprentice on Leader Network.
Thank you very much.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You're one who we're all very excited to call one of us, a Nigerian who manufactures a whole lot of things. You do have about 5 industries actively running here in Nigeria. But first things first, at least for the sake of our viewers, let us get to know a bit about your background, your family background. What kind of child were you growing up?
Yes. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
My name is Mr. Innocent Chukwuma. I'm the last child of my family and the last one. Mm-hmm. Every of my brothers are my senior brother and my senior sister. Yes, I have 4 brothers and 2 sisters. So we are 6 in number. I'm the last one.
So what kind of child were you growing up? Were you a very mischievous child? They were always looking for, or you were,
Well,
easygoing?
My family paid me a lot because when I'm 6 years, I got motor accident and I was confirmed dead for 3 hours.
Wow.
Before I survived. So from there, all my family take me as something that is very special to them. They don't want me to feel unhappy anytime in my life. Even when I'm in school, they will come and write on undertaking. My father write on undertaking for myself that nobody should beat me, no somebody fight with me, that anything I commit in the school must be reported to him. He's the one to handle me because he doesn't believe I'm still strong. Wow. Because of the accident. The accident was so fatal. My toys wristwatch fell down when somebody held my hand to cross a major road. My toys wristwatch in my hand fell down. I removed my hand to pick it, then a motor smashed me.
Oh my goodness.
And it was fantastic. They took me as dead body by the side of the road and covered me. And confirmed me dead. They went home and called my family. When they come, everybody are there. They are talking. The person that smashed me run away. Another motor pursued him because he said, no need of taking me to hospital as far as I have dead. So they get him on the way and took him to the police station and locked him. And the motor come back to the same place. We are still there about 3 hours after. So by then, I make a sound. They confirmed I'm still alive before they took me to hospital after 3 hours. So, and I succeeded. And in the hospital, so many people died. Some people say that I died. So when they reached the hospital, they see me. They were surprised. So it's work of God. And they used POP to cover most of my body and be giving me food by a pipe for some months. So after that, when I started school, my father always write undertaking in the school. Nobody should beat me because he thinks that my body is not strong. But my body is very strong. And I'm the baby of the house all my life, even up to today. What they are calling my house is baby of the house. So even my children, everybody call me because
everybody's calling you baby.
Yes.
Even over 60
they pampered me so well. And
that's why
yes, my Igbo name, my Igbo name from the day they born me is Ifediaso.
Something holy.
Something holy. Yes, because they born me. That time, most people are not Christians when they born me. So they have a special day for the idols. So they born me that time, 12 o'clock in the afternoon that time. So they say that I must be holy. They name me Ifediaso. That's where Ifediaso comes out.
And then, your educational background, you already mentioned that your dad said to them, nobody should touch you. Or what kind of student were you? Did you really love school, or you just had to go because they said you should go?
Yes, when I'm small, I started school at St. Michael School in New here. And after that, I have joined business before I started my secondary school.
Wow.
I'm doing the business and doing the school.
What business were you doing at the time?
I'm into spare parts. So I use my last times to go for further education for secondary school. Yes, and I stopped there. I didn't go to university.
So at that point when you stopped, because now we have people who are waiting, or they wrote their jam after secondary school and they've had to wait 3 years, 4 years. They'll say they didn't gain admission, But what was? You didn't.
Because I didn't enter straight. I started business, be going to business and be going to school, because I stay with my brother.
Right.
After I finished everything, my brother took me to Mr. Pius Madaka, Pamako, the senior brother to Kosharis. He's the same father, the same mother with Kosharis. He's the most senior brother to him. So I stayed with him for some time before I started my own.
Right. So what were you doing for him at the time? What was the agreement? Because now this is what brings us to the main
and learning the business. He's doing spare parts and learning the spare parts from him.
So you were more like an apprentice to him.
Yes, I'm an apprentice to him.
And what was the model of being an apprentice at the time?
Well, my own is different because of my family wants me. They don't want me to. They started business for me by them instead of a master. My family took me to Pius Madaga, the senior brother to Kosai, to learn the business.
Right.
You understand? He agreed and learned the business for some months, not a year, not up to 1 year.
Oh, it's not the brand basic and 5 years apprenticeship.
Yes.
7 years.
Yes, my brother brought money and started business for me. After 1 year, my business is going better than his own. I brought my brother joined me because my brother is selling medicine shop.
Okay.
So he joined me on it, and then we have 2 shops. He's in one, I'm in one. I'm running 2 of them. I'm managing 2 of them.
So he started your business for you where you were selling.
But after 1 year, when the business, he started for me. So
and your business was going better than his
own. And the business I'm doing that time, I'm doing for him.
Okay.
Yes, after 5 years, he settled me. I learned to do for him. After 5 years, you understand, he gave me money to start my own. I started my own 1980. Maybe 81, 80, yeah. I started my own 1980.
So from there, what happened? How did you grow into this magnificent conglomerates that you have?
Well, growing into this is not something for one day. I started by trading on motorcycle spare parts. After some time, I joined trading motorcycle and motor. From there, when the motorcycle in Nigeria, during 1985,
Right.
when motorcycle is very expensive, motorcycle as of 1980 is 150,000, while the second hand is 90,000. So because I knows about motorcycle very well and motor very well, I listed the component that make a motorcycle, calculate the money. I find out that it's cheaper. So I went and bring the components in pieces.
Where did you go to? Did you travel out of the country to get
I travel out of the country to arrange it. Bring the component in pieces. First of all, those people that are doing it, for that time, we have only 4 companies in Nigeria that drink on new motorcycle. Number 1 is Leventis, they are doing in Honda. Number 2, Bulos, they are doing in Suzuki. Number 3 is Yamaco. They are doing on Yamaha. The 4th one is CFAO. They are doing in Mobrate and Kawasaki. So the next one is Innocent. Yes, when I went, I bring so many brands and in pieces and couple them in Nigeria. When I started with 3 containers. So when the 3 container move market and people likes it, and 3 container takes me more than 3-4 months to sell because I'm introducing it. Some people say it's strong, some people don't agree. So I give some people credit, go and try. So after some time, those people return and requested more. There's sometimes the second order I make is 5 containers. The 3rd order is about 15 containers.
Wow.
The 5th order is about 20-something containers. There's a time I import 200 containers.
So you were basically serving the whole of Nigeria.
Yes, I served the whole of Nigeria at that time.
Wow.
Everywhere in this country, I supplied the motorcycle. You understand? So I did it for 5 years before other people see that it's better and join the same system.
And was your own cheaper than what the
my own cheaper? My own, I started by selling 80,000, while they are selling 150,000.
150.
Yes.
And yours was new.
And second hand is 90,000.
You were
My own
selling
is
new for
80,000.
80,000.
Yes, I started
And
there.
you were still making profit on it.
I'm still making profit. Yes, because number 1 is that I pack my own 220 pieces in 140 feet container. Why the new one, the other people are doing new one, are packing their own 36 in crates in a container. So their own become expensive. Only transport alone have make their own price to be very high. But my own is compacted. So from here, I take local mechanics, train small boys, maker boys, keep them busy, they assemble it very fast. You understand? So because of we know all the components very well, it's easy.
You didn't have to go to school to learn all of these things. You learned like practical.
No, I learned it practical. I learned the spare parts practical from Pius Madaka, the senior brother to Kosarish. I learned from him.
So how did you expand, move from selling spare parts of machines, motorcycles, to starting up your car manufacturing?
I started motorcycle parts and complete motorcycle, and I started motor parts and now complete motor. So 2 of them is in the same field. Everything motorcycle has, motor has it. So it's easy to join 2 of them.
So it wasn't like rocket science for you.
No. After everybody join and do the same system I introduce, I still want my own to be cheap. That's why I built plastic plant at Enugu to get plastic components on motorcycle. You understand? So that I stop importing the plastic component of motorcycle. I import only the main motorcycles that iron part of it. The plastic I produce them locally. Then I dropped my price to 60,000. Then.
So while you were trying to...
Why I'm doing all these things is to make the price to be affordable for people. So when I did this one, those people that also importing motorcycle join and buy those components from me. That's where I drop motorcycle business for them, selling the plastic component to them, both the placement parts and the complete motorcycle. And then my plant in Enugu is the largest plastic factory in West Africa. So when I see it that way, I drop motorcycle for them, producing the component for them. They're buying it up to today, and I'm producing it up to today. Then I decide to do motor plant. So that's where I'm now. I'm doing motor plant, and I believe in near future we'll take over the motor business.
So do you supply it to other African countries? Because at least I know that I see a lot of IVM cars in Abuja, some here in my
interest is to supply motor to African countries.
Right.
Yes, and I'm sure after some time we must get order from all the African countries because we are doing manufacturing, we are not assembling as people think.
And I mean, the whole idea of making cars, manufacturing cars here in Nigeria is not the most common, right? But then we paid a visit to your plant. Paid a visit to your plant, and I saw that you have most people, both male and female Nigerians, and I think I saw about one or two foreigners in your plant. How were you able to sort of move knowledge transfer?
Yes, before I started, I sent some people from Nigeria for training overseas and brought some people here. After that, I brought some experts here to train them. So they work with us. Every year, anyone, our people can be able to do well. They will go back. That section will go back. We will take over.
So you've been able to move.
Yes. When we started, I started with 60 expatriates.